Hey guys, this is John from JBR Play, and welcome to another issue of our podcast. I'm calling it an issue now.
Is it printed?
Volume, episode.
And welcome to our illustrator who's now drawing.
I'm just expanding what we do.
It's like what you got in a courthouse, they're drawing us. The black and white images.
But that's because you're not allowed to film in a courthouse. That's where they draw it.
Yeah, but it looks cool as well.
Well, it looks more dramatic, doesn't it? Anyway, getting back to our podcast. So today, what we thought would be quite cool to talk about is the Hunger Games. And what we're going to be covering today is what you two would do to survive if you were in a Hunger Games scenario. Also sponsorship, how would you gain sponsors and points like that? How would you find a way to get the audience to love you, to want you to win and survive? And yeah, because obviously there's this new thing in Russia, which they want to film now, where you can legally murder people out in the wilderness and like wild enemies. Do you think that's what they're going to call it? No, I think it's just going to be called like brutal murder. But
whatever that is in Russian.
But anyway, yes. So, what would you two do? Let's start off with the sponsorship part, because that's kind of how it goes. How would you kind of gain sponsors? Because obviously you're being interviewed on TV. Would you try and go for like overly kind of witty and charming to get the people's love?
Well, it's hard because, for example, if you're a girl, you could play like the sexy side, I guess, and then everyone will be like, oh, if I like help her, she might like me.
The guy could do that too.
Yeah, but less easily. It doesn't happen as often.
Just work out really hard before you go on there and be like, oh, the six pack. It's real.
Can you imagine that compared, like, if like a guy's like bending over, like, there's a dude. Compared to,
yeah, but there's women watching as well. There's not men watching. And also people like same sex as well. You can't forget that. So you've got...
Yeah. I'm coming from a personal point of view here, John. If a dude's bending over, I go, okay, thank you. Or what? So you're saying, how would I get sponsors?
Yes, like what would you do kind of in your interview? How would you play it?
The interview? We're talking beforehand.
Yes, the interview when you're getting people's interest.
I think you're saying, what would you do during the games to make people like you?
No, you got to beforehand. Okay. That's important beforehand to get people.
So not from like District 1 or anything, from like the capital.
Yeah,
because otherwise we'd easily get money anyway.
Yeah.
So no. We'll say it, instead of the districts, we'll say it's in real life. So we are from England.
We are the English district.
Yes, so we are the England, the country of England. It's a global Hunger Games.
I would appeal to the Americans, who would hopefully like us, because I don't know, they maybe like our accents. They'd be like, oh, may I have some equipment?
You have just given me an idea. You could just go to Donald Trump, agree with all of his views, and then just hope he sponsors you. And
I agree with Donald Trump, and then everyone else, you'll get a load of stuff from Donald Trump, but everyone else will be like, you're on your own.
That's when you like.
He'll give us a wall to build around ourselves.
You just get an RPG dropped from the sky with your name on it. It's like go and make this tribe great again or something like that. And but yeah, so I think it would be quite good. I think being yourself would be really important in the interview.
Well, no one's going to keep you in it. Because you.
If you're quite natural and you just
definitely
hope
not him.
That you're not overly, because I think if you go in there really over cocky and confident, like I'm going to go in there, I'm going to kill everybody. People can be like, oh, well, he's not nice. He's a bit of a douchebag.
But he's going to win.
Maybe not. Because if
attitude,
they go,
it's a winning attitude.
It's a winning attitude, but at the same time, it's not a team attitude. I know, obviously,
it's not a team game.
You say that, but
no, there can only be one.
Yeah, but people team up.
That's Highlander, wrong film. But they team up, yeah, but then they kill each other anyway.
Exactly, but my point is, if you heard someone, okay, so just say you saw someone being really nice on the interview when you're competing, you see one of the other competitors being really friendly and happy-go-lucky, and you really believe them.
I'd kill them.
And then you see another person who's really cocky.
Easy target.
Weakness. Yeah,
if you see them out there, you're not. If they're nicer, you're going to be it also helps you against them because they're going to be a bit more reluctant. They will kill you.
No, I don't think I trust them. If they're nice, I'm like, why are you being so nice?
Because they don't want to be there.
You're full of shit. I'm gonna kill you before you kill
me.
Maybe
they don't want to be there.
Well, probably that's the point. Okay, your Hunger Games.
Yes.
Is it tributes? Is it volunteering?
No, you get picked at random, but you can volunteer as tribute. So just say, like, you could do the whole Katniss. I volunteer as tribute, yeah.
Yeah, so it's the same systems, is what I mean. It's the same setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, then, yeah, no one does want to be there.
No, but, you know what I mean?
Necessarily.
Exactly.
Unless
so
you're a tribute,
and you got
career.
But look at Peter, or Peter. If you look at him, he's obviously very nice and everyone loves him because he's such a nice guy and he is trusting when he's out there. So there could be people like that. It's obviously, yes, you're right probably to assume not, because then it makes it easier for you, I guess, to take them out if you need to. But and what would you also, because you got to show off skills and how kind of what level you're at as like a threat, I guess.
Oh, in the training.
Yeah, in the training
yeah.
room. What would you do to show off the sponsors?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what you do. Yeah.
Would you kind of like go, oh, brute strength, throw something?
Look at me do like 3
Well,
push-ups.
I think that'd probably be me. In this scenario, I've actually trained and worked out.
Well, Rick
I'll
comes
probably
in,
go for
pushes his
brute
glasses
strength.
up his nose and like, sup.
Rick just pulls out a laptop and he's like, I can game really well. Like, that's
I'll
not gonna
hack
come.
the system.
Look at my elite skills. Hack the system. That could be a thing.
no.
That could be a thing.
Well, they did in one of the films, didn't they? They hacked the tree. Like the tree had the cables in it, the copper cable. Or was it?
Well, they didn't hack it. They they attached the wire to the tree, didn't they? Just
I
to blast.
I thought the wire. I thought the tree was like a fake. Wasn't it a fake
conductor.
tree?
They
And
used it as
the-
a
Conductor
So
for
they
the
got the
lightning
wire-
as well
a
to
conducting
break the
rod
shield.
thing.
Did they get the wire from somewhere else? I thought it was like a fake tree kind of set up as like a security system thing.
Was the wire
I
given
can't
to him in
remember.
a drop?
I can't remember what.
What would you hope was given to you in the Hunger Games as a weapon? Like what
anything?
would you hope you would find?
Food.
A
To be honest, that last
a
season.
medicine,
like a silenced
probably.
assault rifle with like 10 mags.
No, within reason. So obviously they don't have
You
guns
said
in there.
anything.
Yeah, but within reason. So like knives,
An atomic
swords,
bomb.
bow and arrow.
I would like probably a nice like machete and some food, some chocolate, some
make me
pre-cooked
feel good.
chicken, possibly
KFC
some
delivery.
some
Get an Uber driver to
Domino's-
bring you over a Mackie
a Domino's
D's.
menu. Yeah, something good to defend myself with, really. Not like a little crappy little like shiv or something. Like something substantially good, like a machete.
See,
Something to fight with.
I think a spear would be quite handy because you can obviously a spear and like a dagger or something because you can keep them at a range and if they
But
get
if they
close,
get
you've got the
in-
dagger. To,
Oh, and a dagger, right?
yeah,
Okay.
and you've got something as a backup if they do get past it. But obviously, yeah, but if they do get past the spear, you're a bit stuffed because it's just a wooden pole.
Something
then,
like,
kind of-
something like a sword, because that is good. You know, you've got some range on it, and then if they get in close, you can still fight. Rather than like, oh, I have to drop my spear and pull out my knife quickly.
What would you do at the beginning? So just say it's kind of a woodland terrain like the very first Hunger Games film, and all the weapons are in the middle and the backpacks and all the
God.
equipment. Would you risk it, or would you run into the woods and try
I
and
would
make
assess
it?
who's next to me.
But it's
first.
not.
Well, it
no, but
doesn't
it's
matter,
not
'cause
just.
they could
What
come
would
at
you
you
just
from-
kill? No, I can imagine Rick just bundling the person next to him at the start and breaking
No,
their
but
neck.
the thing is, depending on what weapons are in front of you, depending on what, if they've got a range weapon, they could shoot you.
Oh, you're saying like whoever's
But if
closest
there's
to
next
what?
to you, there's two people who are going to be quicker, and they're going to get to a weapon, and then you arrive afterwards. They're going to stab you probably.
But I think it wouldn't just be who's next to you as well, because just say there's a guy directly opposite you and you both sprint for it. If he's
Yeah,
faster
but you
than
could
you,
go
or
for
she's
one of the
faster than
outer rings, one of the outer ring packages. Because remember, there was a big distance between.
Well, the good stuff is right in the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
I'd
it's-
never go for the good stuff. But
I'll
then you're
hopefully get
guaranteeing that
later.
somebody else would get it. I don't know.
I think, to be in all honesty, I think I would probably turn around and go into the woods first, because let's face it, there is going to always that is where people are going to die first. Going into that middle bit, you don't want to be the unlucky one who
you see
makes a
it in the
mistake.
film, that's how it happens.
Go in, and also you can kind of makeshift a weapon out of things. So you could even get a branch and you could get a stone and you could sharpen the end of it. And then even if it is just a crappy shiv, if you can sneak up on someone who's got a better weapon than you and get them that way, you can improvise. You can Bear Grylls it. You can go out into the wild and survive, and just
Still
don't eat
grab-
the poison berries.
Yeah, well, they called the berries of death, night something.
I'd still say get
Can't
one
think
of
of
the
what
outer bags or something, outer care packages. Just to call them like that.
Care package.
Just even if it's a bag, the bag will already help.
Yeah, well,
Well,
it's the
yeah,
thing,
a bag
you
would be a
carry all
very
your guns.
everything you find, any food you find, you need something to keep water in,
Yeah.
because you wouldn't want to stick near the legs, because obviously that's where everyone's going to be.
They don't start them with a bag, do they? They start with
No.
just a jacket and
Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
essentially, just clothing.
Would you try and set up like a little base somewhere? Because you could be in there for a few days. It could last for a while. So do you think it's worth setting up like a camp, or
treehouse.
you wouldn't have time to build a tree house?
Tree camp house.
I wouldn't set up. No, I'd probably try and sneak up a tree and stay there.
I think I'd keep moving. I wouldn't stay in the same spot. I would one night I'd stay in one tree, then like you said,
Yeah,
never do
okay, no,
opposite
but keep
of the time.
moving.
Yeah,
Well,
I'd
maybe
find
that's
different
better.
trees.
You want to try and find water or something first. I mean,
Yeah, that's
you're not going
key.
to last very long otherwise.
Yeah.
Sometimes you could get out of trees.
Well, you can do.
Well,
there's
they
all
do that.
kinds of.
Yeah.
They have that little sharp chibi thing. They stand up in
Yeah.
a tree.
Cheap, yeah.
But do you think what would you do though if you ran across a group? Because people do start as groups. Would you?
Which group is it?
So you're just gonna say a group of
Careers or non-careers?
No. Okay. Well,
Because they're more threatening.
I'd say just a well-armed group. You don't know if their careers or not. It's well-armed,
Fair enough.
and they're obviously in good shape because people will be preparing. For
Do they
this.
have ranged weapons?
You'll say there's one or
this
two.
group?
One or two. There's a group. Okay, we'll say it's a group of 4 or 5, and there's 2 range units. But you don't know if they're any good with the range
But it still happens though.
And then a couple of like maybe like a club.
Am I in a tree or am I on the ground?
On the ground with them.
You're pretty fucked. Is what you are.
Yeah, and why would they want to team up with you?
That's
why the careers team up, because they know they're good.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, what would you do? Would you try and get away, or would you try and fight them? Would you try and lure them into some kind of trap, or?
I don't know, because 5 people, it's kind of
bad
odds.
Yeah, I think you need
if they decide
you're dead odds.
Yeah,
even if you get a couple,
if they decide,
you're
no, we don't need you, then they're just going to kill you.
Well, I think you need, if you had a ranged weapon yourself, you need to be keeping your distance like a bow and shooting. If you had a sword or something, yeah, because it's not like one of those films realistically where you see a guy get surrounded by like 20 men and he's like, let me just draw my sword and dead. It wouldn't happen that way, because what would happen is you'd stab one, get your sword stuck in them, and then another one would dump tackle you to the ground, and the rest would get you. So I think, the best bet would be to run and wait until they're like asleep or something. It sounds really dark and cold, but wait till they're asleep and then go
drop
from there.
a hive of wasps on them.
I was going to say just literally do the whole classic slit throat thing on all of them.
Yeah, but what if one of them wakes up?
Shh. Smell them the pillow.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Yeah,
where are you getting this pillow?
From them.
Is that what you got in a care package? Your sponsor?
That's why I got just a pillow.
They're like, this guy seems really nice and really genuine. I'm going to send him a pillow.
So you can sleep well.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just go up to some of the pillow. Load it. Yeah, no, use the pillowcase, fill it with rocks and smack someone around the head. They're not getting up.
John's, what was it, were they saying Halo? The weapon of choice, whatever it was. How many kills you got with the most weapons?
Oh, yeah.
All the way around. The weapon.
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Pillowcase.
Hey, fill it full of rocks. Or you could even use it as like a sling type thing, then spin it in the air and throw it. Obviously, if you miss, then
you fling it, throw it. Oh, there goes my pillow.
No, I meant you fill it with rocks. You keep the pillow itself. Just use the case. The case full of rocks. Fine. Throw that, and then
you knock them out.
But you let it go.
Then
you're
you
like,
smother
shit.
them.
Let go. Fuck.
Do you think if there was such a thing as the Hunger Games in real life, you would spend any amount of time beforehand, even if because like the chances realistically, if it was a whole country and they only picked 2 or 3 people from a country,
Well, like you're saying you'd train. Like,
do you think you would prepare for it just in case on the off chance you were picked?
Probably, because if you are picked, you do want to.
Well, you want to survive.
Yeah. Unless you don't, for some reason.
What terrain do you think would be the worst to be stuck in, like a desert. Or I think desert, yeah, because the water source would be. They'd have to have an oasis somewhere, otherwise it wouldn't work. But the obviously, if there's only one oasis, that's where all the strong competitors are going to be, and you're not going to stand a chance. Really,
they don't have to put that in now. There could just be a desert, and then just
But don't they
puts down the time limit.
Is there a rule saying they have to have a survivor? So if they all die,
one person that's why they.
But they're not all going to die at the same time.
Unless one of them's like dying of thirst, everyone else dies just before him.
The thing is, without an oasis, it would be a very boring. If you did just in a pure desert, it'd be very boring because
it draws them all to one area.
Well, people want to. The winner wants to get it out of the way quickly so that they can get out before they dehydrate and die. But with a water source, it makes an objective for them. And that will naturally draw everybody together anyway. Yeah. In a desert, there's no landmarks. Whereas if you know there's an oasis, that's what you're going to be drawn to, and that's what you're going to kind of keep with.
Yeah, in the film they're using those the mutes and the mutts they call them, don't they? Not mutes. And the storm thing, the foggy thing. They use that to push them all towards each other in the fire in the forest. Whereas if you had an oasis in the middle.
With desert, you could even make like a sandstorm to kind of push people towards it, which would be quite scary.
Or a Conan God.
Conan God, yeah. Well, it's quite funny because there's I know a fair few games have this mod, but Arma 3 I've actually played it, the Battle Royale mod, which is effectively Hunger Games. You all parachute out of a plane, and there are just weapons scattered all over the map, and you have instead of an explosive collar, because they didn't implement that, there's a blast radius on the island.
Yeah.
And every 5 minutes it shrinks, and if you're outside of the blast radius, you just get caught up in an airstrike, so you don't want to be caught. And I was playing it with a couple of my friends. And I was running around. I couldn't find a weapon. It had been a few minutes now. And I was like, most people are probably armed or dead by this stage. And I was really panicking. And I ran into a hut. And as I ran into a hut, another player ran in the other door. And there was just this moment of panic where we both looked and saw there was a revolver and 6 bullets on the floor. No one said a word. We just both sprinted it. I grabbed the gun, but he grabbed the bullets. And
throw the bullets at you.
No. And then I was like, I was talking to my friends on TeamSpeak, and I was like, oh my god, that was close. I just grabbed this gun, and one of my friends was like, oh my god, someone else just ran in the building with me and grabbed the gun, but I got the bullets. And I was like, hang on a minute. As my friend, so he gave me the bullets, and then we was
you
like,
shot
right, we're
him?
going. No,
Aw.
we stuck as a team for a while. We made it to near the end actually, and then I think I got spotted on a hill and got sniped because it was all guns. There's no like melee weapons on armor. So, but it was really good fun. It was interesting to watch because people wouldn't give anyone a chance. Like if you got caught unarmed, even if you're not a threat at that time, because you would become a threat later.
Get rid of them while they're not a threat.
You just got massacred. But it's good fun to play. It's so tense the whole time because you're being pushed towards the one I was on. I think you're being pushed towards an airport and this airfield, and I was like, everyone's going to be in there. There's lots of cover for people to hide and lots of cover for snipers to be laying in. I haven't got a weapon. I need to move into this airport where everybody is going to be and somehow win.
Try and do what everyone else is trying to do.
Exactly, yeah, but without half the equipment. So,
have either of you played the culling?
no, I wanted
Because
to.
that is a Hunger Games game, isn't it? Really, you start with nothing. You have to craft. Have you seen it? The way they like
No, you two have told me
whack
about it
rocks
before.
together.
But I've never
That's what
seen
you do.
it.
You I think you pick up 2 rocks and you do this. You just go just push them together, and it just goes boop, and it's a knife. It's a bit weird like that. But yeah, you have to sort of craft items before you're found, I guess, by people who have better stuff than you. You can find stuff, just drops, and find, if you're lucky, you can get like a chest of something. And you have a resource. I can't remember what it's called. Something like karma's going to mind. But you basically can unlock chests if you have enough of this, and you get like rare stuff to fight with.
Is it last man standing wins?
It's a last man standing, yeah.
How many
the Hunger
people?
Games, quite literally. I don't know. It might be different on different modes. I'm not sure.
I do like the name, the culling.
quite a lot.
That sounds quite cool. It's quite
Yeah, well,
hilarious.
I think the idea is it's that thing of they're putting people into this. I might be making this up. I'm pretty sure it's true. They're putting people into it to cull the human population.
That's what
I think
Battle
that's what it
Royale
was.
kind of was. Is they're overpopulated, so they
Yeah,
put school
The actual
kids
film,
into it to fight. Well, it's based on a manga.
Crazy
Battle
film.
Royale.
Crazy film.
Yeah, it's a manga first. That's probably why. Crazy, out there, adventurous stories.
Yeah.
But it works. It's good. Would you would you get the culling?
I'd love to play it if we had some people to play it with.
How do you two feel about? Sorry, just to change topic quickly. How do you two feel about this whole thing that's been announced with Russia? This actual, pretty much, effectively, a Hunger Games with 30 people.
Why are they doing it? I can't remember. Just
Winner gets £1 million.
because they can.
Yeah.
It's just a game show almost.
It's because they think it's going to draw an audience. But it's
It will.
Well, the thing that's quite terrifying about it is they've said murder and rape are legal within, but the police can choose to arrest you afterwards. So you're not safe from the law.
That's what I don't understand, because you say you can choose to do it, to arrest them, but why would they not? They have the proof and everything. It's all
I don't know if
televised.
the contract's going to be. See, this is what's quite scary because you sign a contract saying these things could happen to me, which is quite terrifying. That people are, and apparently when it first was announced, they only needed 30 people, and they already had on the first day 60 applicants.
I was just thinking it would be not necessarily interesting is a good word, but maybe.
What's that morbid curiosity,
to
isn't
see
it?
the type of people that are doing this. or
It
want
is a
to do
morbid
it.
curiosity because I reckon you're going to have a few types of people. You're going to have people who are genuinely insane, who really are kind of like hidden psychopaths who just want to have an excuse to do it. There'll be very naive people who think it's going to be like, oh, it's like a game, it'll be great fun. Then when they're out there, they'll regret it instantly and know they've made a huge mistake signing up. And you might get some people who kind of like ex-special forces or ex-military who are like, I want to see how well I can do.
Well, they might be a bit halfway between that and the crazy people being like,
Well,
they need to put this into somewhere. They have all this in their heads that they need to use. They'd be like, I can use it.
Do you think it will go ahead?
That's it. And then you have the desperate as well, who
It's Russia.
obviously need
Who
to
knows?
make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, England never.
There's no way.
America probably still never. Russia, who knows? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know the way America's going.
Well,
We love you, really, America.
we'll see how the war goes first.
I thought you said the war. I was like, wait, what?
Please no.
But yeah, the worrying part is that this is actually kind of obviously it's not okay in society, but it's okay enough that it's going ahead as far as we're aware. As in, like, people are outraged by it and people are saying no, this is too far, which is good that people are saying that. But the fact that it's actually been considered and allowed to go into production in the first place, that's terrifying. That a country has actually been given the green light to start making this show.
I wonder whose idea it was.
I don't know. It might have
let's
said
make let's make a TV show about this.
But it's crazy. 30 people in like minus temperatures. It's going to be in the freezing cold in the snow and everything.
Is it in Russia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wildlife's going to kill you. Dangerous wildlife out there. They've said it's
Around you a
okay.
bit.
They've said it's okay. There's no guns.
Oh,
in a way,
that's okay then.
No, I think in a way, in all honesty, I'd rather people had a gun. If someone's going to kill me, I'd rather get shot in the head than
Be
stabbed to
quick
death.
rather
Yeah.
than-
But I just don't know what goes through your head to make you sign up for something like that. I mean, like you said, like a curiosity to see who would sign up for something like that and why. What's their
Desperation.
motive?
That's what I said.
Yeah, money. If they really need the money, fair enough. But there are other ways, surely, than
Not to get £1 million that quickly.
true.
Is it £1 million or is it $1 million?
Well, a million.
Russians.
million
What are
Russians.
What's Russian money? I can't
Oh,
remember.
I'm having a blank on this because I saw it.
Riskies.
Is it?
I don't know.
Is it a ruble?
I don't
It's
know.
ruble. I think it is ruble.
My rubles.
I'm amazed you didn't quote that thing. It was like, I just want to keep saying the word rubles. It used to do all the time.
Good video.
But it's quite scary. That's
Say
because
the word rubles.
obviously people found the Hunger Games very popular when it came out. So it's,
Money.
I would say that it can, that this show will get, I reckon it will get a
get
big viewing.
views, it will
Yeah,
get views,
People
absolutely.
people will go to watch.
You are correct, rubles.
I was, yeah. See, I know
One
things.
Russian ruble. One Russian ruble is equal to 0.013 British pounds.
Is that
Well,
because of all the political issues last year where that people were cutting Russia off after going into Ukraine?
Possibly.
Could be. Let's not talk about politics. Politics
No.
probably isn't a good thing to talk about. But yeah, so I think it would be nice to be stuck in woodland, not jungle terrain, because jungle terrain means snakes.
Like
But woodland
Hunger
terrain.
Games 1.
Yeah, kind of like Hunger Games. Well, I think the first Hunger Games film, that scenario, or in like an abandoned city, there was in the books there was talk of one of the games was hosted in like a post-apocalyptic style city, a ruined city. I think that'd be
interesting.
That'd be cool
That's
because
the last movie, pretty much.
no, but that's not in the games though.
well,
That
it's
is them
not a game,
attacking.
yeah.
That's them going
okay.
forward. There's
Yeah, that's
actually,
true. But it's kind of like a Hunger Games anyway.
Yeah. But that's where.
That's full of traps and all sorts.
Yeah.
Well, I'd imagine the apocalyptic city will have traps in it too. So probably those mutant lizard things they kept in the sewer. They'll probably be in the
The mutant lizard things. The
the-
mutant golems.
that killed Finnick, the Trident,
Spoilers.
the Aquaman of
Damn.
Hunger Games.
Yeah, he was Aquaman on steroids. Well, it's steroids. He was.
No, I was going to say no.
I say
Aquaman's Aquaman on
Jason
steroids.
Momoa, yeah. He's Aquaman on steroids. What was I going to say? Yeah, that'd be. I don't know if it'd be good or not because I mean, as in it would be good to see to be in it. People could be in windows, hiding around any corner they can find.
It's more dangerous, but it's also more beneficial.
Yeah.
It's like a double-edged sword, isn't
In terms
it?
of vision,
you,
it's difficult.
you could very easily set up camp in a building and never be found, potentially never be found the entire time.
Yeah.
And you could be kind of plotting everything there until you hear like, oh, there's only 2 people left. You're like, it's my moment, and walk out. Unless it's a lie, and you go out and there's like 6 people. And you're like,
Again, water. Will there be like fire hydrants or something?
There must be I reckon they would keep a water source. Well, let's just say there is always a water source. No matter what scenario you're in, there will be a water source and a food source. Because, like I said, it would be boring. Because by the end of the first day, if people have been running around, they haven't been eating and drinking.
They'll die really quickly.
Well, yeah, they'll collapse of exhaustion before they die as well. So you'll be watching TV and just see people lying against a tree, being like, I can't move, and it wouldn't work as a show. So you need to make sure you had a food and water source, and that you had competent people. I reckon that if it did become a thing, they'd be biased on how they selected people. Because obviously, if you had people, you might want 1 or 2 people who have no clue, but you'd want a few people who know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So you'd have to rig it slightly. Because if you had, just say they had like 30 contestants who don't know what they're doing.
We're like 30, like ruse or something.
Yeah,
It would be like, well,
Who will just
what are
die
they going to do?
instantly.
Yeah, they don't know how
Okay,
to survive.
it's not a show anymore.
Unless they've been taught. Well, I think it'd be interesting if they did like a point system, like kind of like the sponsorship, but like depending on how well you do in training, in the interviews, you're given points. Well, they kind of do. They do the ranking, don't they? But
Yeah.
then you actually have points you can spend, and then you can spend these on like almost a loadout. I think it'd be interesting. So you can go into the games with what you've spent your points on.
That could work. Would you ever do? So do you remember the zombie apocalypse thing you and I did?
Yeah.
We talked about this in the previous podcast, but in case anyone missed that, what that is basically it was like an action kind of games night, a zombie thing where we went to this farm.
It's LARPing's what they call it. It's zombie LARPing.
Kind
basically.
of, yeah, and they
action
had
roleplay.
like Nerf guns for the guns you used, and they made these really amazing weapons out of foam, like cosplay style props, and they were incredible. And then they had actors as zombies, and you just went out and survived. Would you do a Hunger Games one like that, where obviously there's no risk of it, but like you have to stay out in the woods for a few
I would
days?
be very interested in that.
And like you have like like you said, like Nerf guns or like the foam arrow things and toy bows.
I just imagine waking up with someone with a foam knife to my throat and goes, "You're dead." Like, well,
like
no, I'm
Or
not.
like the LARPing phone, hit,
Yeah.
piss off.
I just get up, keep walking, say, "Hit! You meant to say hit and leave. You mean hit."
and just pick them up.
I'd pick him up
throw
and
'em away.
drop him on the floor. Who's it now?
I see. I would, but it'd only be a matter of time until it did turn to genuine violence. When someone was like, you're dead, and you'd be like, not today. Just punch them in the face.
It's like paintball, when people just get mad because they lose.
Well, to be fair, in paint, I saw it once in paintball where the game was over, and this guy intentionally shot someone point blank in the ankle when it was over, and then the guy did turn around and punch him. I was like, you know what? This kind of makes sense. Like, I don't blame him for punching them.
I've told you this story. When I used to do marshalling when I was younger for paintball, and we had a group of Marines before. So they're big tough guys. And I can't remember. It's the same sort of thing. One of them shot the other one like point blank at the end of the game, and he got extremely angry and went at the guy with the barrel, with the cylinder. And I had to get in the way. I was only 16 at the time, so I'm not exactly big. And I was just like, please put it down.
What do you mean when you were 16? You're not exactly big.
No, I was like, don't hit me, don't hit him, put it down.
I was gonna say, would you? Because what was if he had gone for you? Because you wouldn't have.
That's why I was terrified. I was like, if he could just turn on me on this when I'm doing this, I was like, God damn.
I remember people get really competitive as well, and you always get the idiots. We went twice paintballing last year, didn't we?
Yes.
And there's always idiots who think it's funny to shoot people after the game has ended, and they do it to their friends, close friends. They think it's funny.
It's funny how they just do it because they're idiots.
Yeah, exactly. They are. They're just idiots. The people who do it are stupid. And you hear them laughing to themselves, and their friends clearly in agony, and it does scar. I've still got a scar on my arm here from when I was shot. But that was a fair play. The guy was completely balls of steel mad who got me with that one.
Was that the runner?
Yeah, he just sprinted past everybody and ran right up and shot me point blank. I was like, you know what? It really hurts, but fair play. Like,
it was it was on my birthday, I think it was, with our friend. I remember it was horrible because we had that thing where I was above him on this sort of like hill. I literally put my gun over the top, put it right next to his head, and went, surrender. And he literally, it's like a horrible thing. He flips around, points the gun at me. I'm like, please, just surrender. I do not want to shoot you. You do not want to shoot me. And he goes, oh yeah, okay. I'm like, thank you.
And I turned around really.
Just get the shit out of me.
I was
What?
like, because the way he moves, he literally swings at me. I'm like, oh, I just don't want to pull the trigger on you.
I think I would have shot if he had started turning towards
I almost
me.
did, because I don't, it really, really hurt him, and I don't want to do that. So I was like, just put it down.
I don't mean I would have done it intentionally. I think it would have been a reaction. If I saw someone surrender and they started turning and they were really close, I would have just shot, I think, to get them off me. It's like just out of instinct, because realistically, if someone's turning with a gun, they're probably going to open fire on you. But you could do it, like, I mean, we used to go airsofting in this underground bunker place, and you could even have like a Hunger Games style, like a competition, obviously, like friendly,
Relatively.
where no one gets help, so like
Civilized.
fake, kind of like the LARPing style Hunger Games type thing, and it could work quite well. And because like when we used to airsoft down in those tunnels, some of the game modes they came up with were like kind of Hunger Games. That's where you're walking around, you don't know who's on your team or anything like that.
Yeah,
and you're just trying to
you're
get
yelling.
kills.
It's like, what were the team with the colours? I think.
Yeah,
it's like red.
No, it was
something?
numbers. It was like 1 and 2.
Was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
and
I was yelling stuff at people, and they just weren't replying. Like, please reply. What team are you?
there was one person I managed to set up. I found one guy on my team, and I didn't know him before that day, and he was covering our backs, and we just basically hunkered down in this corridor facing both ways because there was a nice bit of cover for both of us, and this guy came around the corner going, number one, number one, and it was my friend, one of our friends as well, and I was like, hey buddy, and he was like, oh no, and he came around the corner to get me, but I had such a good piece of cover, I just sprayed him, and he was like, I trusted you. I was like, well, that was your first mistake.
What's horrible about that tunnel thing though was it was just because they had that thing where they turn the lights out, sort of literally pitch black, and it's just because there's such tight corners everywhere, so you can literally just walk around to look around every corner just in case. You've got a lot of T junctions as well, so to check around like everything.
Thinking about it, a bunker would actually be a giant bunker like that would be terrifying for Hunger Games, because you could just fiddle with the power, obviously, and like make it completely pitch black so you couldn't see a thing, and that would be awful if they had that could be one of the challenges in like the extra game modes is like the lights go down for like an hour at a time. For every few hours you get an hour of pitch black. We had to try and survive, and because you also if you had managed to form a group, you'd probably get separated, so it'd be quite scary.
Well, then you can't see. You'd be like, is this my teammate?
Exactly. You bump into someone new and then you wouldn't know, and then obviously if you say hello and they don't recognize you, they'll probably just lash out in the dark until they get you.
Number one.
Hey buddy. No. Actually, going back to the airsofting thing, I don't forget once I was down there and I was determined. I had one of the plastic rubber knife things for airsoft.
Yeah.
And there was a guy coming around the corner and was like, I really want a knife kill. I really, really want one. So I slung my gun and...
you sound like a psycho right now.
I had the knife out and he could see my shadow I didn't realize he could see my shadow, and he was like, "Oh, that's cute. You think that's a melee weapon?" I was like, "What?" And then I saw his shadow, and he pulled an axe off his back, and I was like, "Well." But the funny thing is, he obviously wasn't paying attention after that. I put my knife away, pulled my gun out. He walked around the corner, I just shot him, and he was like, "I thought you were going to be fun then." And I was like, "Nope, I want to win."
That'd be cool actually, have like actual like proper melee fights. Like, come on then.
I don't know how they would do that in Airsoft, because obviously you do the quick like tap of it, like dead, hit kind of thing.
You missed. Chuck the knife at him.
No, you're not allowed to do that. There's no knife throwing. That's not allowed.
Boo.
But
It'd be so much more fun.
could you
I'm out of
imagine
bullets.
if you were doing a Hunger Games thing and then literally halfway through, like just say it's back on an open, we're talking about like a woodland kind of meadow one, and suddenly they were like, let's spice things up a bit, and then all these helicopters flew over and about 20 gun cases and just dropped them with a mag each in each gun. And it's like enough guns for one person each, but obviously if you can get to 2 or 3 of them, you can stock up on guns.
Dual.
But how about it be like one of them pulls out an assault rifle? That's realistically the gun you'd want as an assault rifle in that kind of situation. You'd be like sick, and then the other one opens and they've got like an air rifle, and you'd be like, "Oh, you son of a bitch!"
2-2 rifle. You're like,
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you could get someone to 2-2. It's just not.
Assault rifle's
assault
hard to hit
rifle.
with, though, if they've never used a gun.
True. Like, what's that film where they take over the school? I can't remember what it's called, but it's where I think it's military people. As I say, they take over the school, and one of the students got their hands on an AK, and that's where I first learned about that sort of thing, about recoil, because he runs out, he goes, "Hey, you," sort of thing, shoots and goes straight up, and then they just run down. Yeah, I remember watching that. It was quite shocking to me at the time. I was like, "Oh god, this is
Well, that is
intense."
I think that's shocking any
the
time.
age I
yeah,
was, because that was the first sort of film I ever saw like that, and I remember going, "Oh god, I need to remember that just in case."
Do you think you would honestly make it to like the last survivor become the victor of the Hunger Games if you're in it?
At this point, no.
I reckon I'd do something stupid.
Same. I reckon I would. I'd do well at first, and then I'd let myself get overconfident where I'd done well, and that would be my downfall. Where I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing really well. I'm going to make it," and then I'd take on one person too many at once and just be brutally murdered.
Or I'd be sleeping in my treehouse and be like, "I'm tired. I'm gonna have a lion."
Yeah. No, he'd hear a fight outside the treehouse. Go, "Not getting involved in that today," and then they'd see the treehouse and go, "I wonder who's up there," and he'd just be asleep.
I was like, "No one. Go away.
They just make an act. Like,
You are not welcome."
Oh, it's just an owl. Leave it. Unless they go, "Actually, we're hungry," and you're like, "Oh crap."
Oh, I can eat that bird.
Yeah. Who wants
Actually, no,
chicken,
that could
boys?
be useful. Because they do that. They go, "Oh, I can eat that bird." They go up and as they come out, I go, "Stab."
I just got visions of Ben building a giant birdhouse and hiding in the
Being a
birdhouse.
bird.
And as they look
flapping
through,
my wings.
as they look through the hole in it, Ben's just got a little spear or something, just goes "Duh," and stabs them like the Ewoks out of Star Wars, and then pulls them in to hide them so no one knows.
Maybe if you were in the games long enough, would you become like a feral creature? I'd be like, "Yub yub." I forget how to speak English.
Feral creature. Yeah.
Ben would turn into an Ewok.
That is. It's like Planet of the Apes, except this is like the Planet of the Ewoks. That's how the Ewoks take over.
What, you recess into an Ewok?
You recess, yes. You become an Ewok. Recess or revolve?
What the hell?
Revolve.
What's going on?
Evolve.
I thought we said revolve.
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 No, Ben, it is recess. It's not revolve, mate.
You evolve into an Ewok.
Well, I mean, you could, but I don't know why you want to.
Yub yub.
That's why Ben. He's going to do that all day now. You know that. Like as our sign off, he'll be like, "Thanks for watching, guys." Remember, like, yub yub yub. No, Ben, it's goodbye.
There'll be a week of video.
I'm evolving. Yub yub. How evil would it be if there was, just say, they wouldn't do it because obviously it wouldn't make the thing last long at all, but there's one gun in the Hunger Games, or a different style of Hunger Games. Instead of having everything in the middle, there's just a gun in the middle. And obviously whoever gets there first wins.
What, like a gun, like a turret?
Like a gun, no, assault rifle. So it's like an assault rifle. Everyone would just run for it, and you've got to just, whoever grabs it first, obviously will win. Because they can just mow everyone else
you
down.
grab it. I've got it. And you're like, I'm holding the barrel. Uh-oh.
Use it as a club. Ah!
No, then someone's got the other end of it.
Or you can do what, spoiler warning for the new Resident Evil film, if anyone hasn't seen it yet.
Ooh, that's
Do
early.
what Alice does to that other guy, where she takes all the bullets out of his gun,
Well,
and then gives him
yeah.
the empty mag in the gun.
Yeah.
And he's
Smart
like,
move, smart move.
Why is this not working? Ah.
Typical Resident
How did you know it was me? Wow.
You see, you know the Hunger Games. You can imagine the Umbrella from Resident Evil being the kind of company that would start.
Oh, God,
that.
yeah.
They would be the kind of people who would start the whole Hunger Games
Well,
thing.
they orchestrated it all.
And they
didn't
probably
everything?
instead of
So, yeah.
animals, they put their T-virus creations in as to survive against.
Yeah.
We want it's like you know how they tested Nemesis in Resident Evil Apocalypse.
Yeah.
That would be like their Hunger Games, wouldn't it? It'd be like, right, we want to see how good Nemesis is. Let's give them a rocket launcher. Let's put 30 random people in the ring. Go. Let's give them all knives, or maybe like a spoon.
Just turn and be like, welcome to our game show. We're not going to tell you what's going to happen. But oh, this is exciting.
Could you imagine?
Thing just appeared.
Or like so it's similar to the Hunger Games, but did you guys see the 2010 Predator film?
Predators.
Oh, Predators.
Predators, yeah,
Yes.
where they all just wait, they're parachuting
That was a
down,
new Predator?
and then they got to survive that way.
Well, no, they
There's a
wake
new
up,
one
don't they?
coming.
They just wake up falling through the
There
air.
is a new one coming, and it's been directed by I think it's Shane Black who's directing
really?
it. Yeah, I think so. I'll double check. Don't quote me on that, but I'm 99% sure it's him.
I like him.
But yeah, so it would be. I'm trying to think, but could you imagine if that was how they started your Hunger Games, where you just
knock
woke
you
up
out.
in a parachute, parachuting down to the ground, and you wouldn't have not a steerable parachute as well, it's one that you have to accept where
Yeah.
basically wherever the chips falls, you could land luckily by the water supply and a backpack, or you could land in a minefield,
Or you hit the electric wall and die.
or
So-
that. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. There's a strong wind, and they have been
And
electrocuted.
they go 3, 4, 5, that's 7.
2 contestants remaining.
We're going to...
we need more volunteers.
yeah, we're going to have to drop some more in.
Any more tributes?
They never do that, do they?
What's that?
Add extra people.
No, but that could be interesting. Like if something went wrong, and then like right to keep the games going, we just.
Well, that's the thing. When you do the... I can't think... Well, they call it the reaping. They call it the reaping?
I think so. Yeah.
They could choose reserves.
Yeah.
That would suck, though,
Yeah.
if you're a reserve. You'd be like, oh.
You'd be paranoid the whole
Yeah.
time. You'd be watching the TV like, please make it to the end, please.
It's like you're a
Nothing go
reserve,
wrong.
But that means you're now immune. You can't ever be chosen again, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, that could be a good kind of like catch-22
Yeah.
for it. Like, yeah, there's a chance you could go in, but at the same time,
Yeah.
you will be
You've
kind
got
of
an equal chance,
permanently-
really, that you... Well, it depends how good your
the actual person in it.
person is, yeah.
Okay, guys. I think we're probably gonna have to end it there because we have very exciting news. We
do.
We're going to go see Green Day. Yeah, it's gonna be wicked.
Not Green Day, not Green Bay. Green Bay suck. Green Day are
No,
awesome.
no. Green Bay and Green Day are both epic. Rick's not coming.
No.
No part-times allowed.
Oh. The pay doesn't cover it.
Yes, thank you so much for listening, guys. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you have any topics you'd like us to discuss, please leave them in the comment section below. And until then, we'll see you next time.
See you guys next time.
See ya.